Welcome to your first workout. We are going to get right into it with our warm up. So what you're gonna do is lift your knee out and up, out and up. Imagine that you have a string attached to your knee and just think out and up. Don't worry about how high you go, all right? As with this whole workout, this is about doing your best and doing what feels good to you. All right, so just do what you can and know that anything you do is better than nothing. Now, bring your feet nice and wide, and then you're just going to lean to one side, lean to the other. Good. Again, getting those hips warmed up, those knees. Make sure your knees are following your toes as you go here. Good. Awesome job here, you guys. Feel your body starting to loosen up. All right, stand up. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna push your hips forward as you reach your hands up and hips back as you reach down. Loosening up our back and stretching our hamstrings. Good, feel that stretch. Your body's starting to wake up. And as we do this, I want to remind you that you do not have to be here. Okay, you don't have to work out. You don't have to burn off what you ate. You don't have to do any of that shit. You get to work out. You get to experience the benefits of moving your body. And guess what? You deserve to feel good. Okay, you deserve to feel good. And that is the energy we want to take into this workout. Okay, next we're going to do leg kicks. So you're just kicking up towards your opposite hand. Again, nobody cares how high you can kick. All that matters is you're loosening up your hamstrings, your hips, and you're just getting your body ready to move. Okay, so don't worry about how high you go. None of that matters. All that matters is that you are starting to get your body loose. Good, and then butt kicks. Loosen up our quads a little bit here. And as you get ready for your workout, I want you to think about why you're doing this, right? Why is this important to you? Why is it important for you to take the time to work out today, to invest in yourself? How will your life change, right? Maybe your life won't change from one workout, but when you work out consistently, how good are you gonna feel about yourself? And how will that go into every area of your life? All right, guys, then what you're gonna do is just take a big step back and then reach your arms up and push your hips forward. Step back, reach your arms up and behind you. Getting one final stretch here. Good. Awesome. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do for our workout today is we are going to do it in a circuit. So I'm going to show you all the exercises that you're going to do. We're going to do them together, and then you are going to rest, and you are going to do them all a total of 3 times. Okay, so what you're going to do is grab a mat or go on the carpet, find somewhere soft. And we're gonna start with everybody's favorite core exercise, planks, okay? So for your plank, I want you to come down onto your mat, elbows down, okay? Bring your feet back behind you, and then pull your belly button in towards your spine and squeeze your bum, okay? Try to keep a nice straight line from your head down to your feet, and just keep your core nice and strong and engaged the whole time. Okay, try not to stick your bum way up and try to refrain from dropping your hips. Okay, if that happens, just notice belly button in toward your spine and squeeze your bum. Okay, the goal here is to aim for about 30 seconds, but just do what you can. Okay, and if you're sitting there, you're like, oh my gosh, Ronnie, I can't keep going. Drop to your knees until you can keep going for the rest of that 30 seconds. All right, So next, we are doing squats. Okay, now as any point throughout this workout, if you need to pause and rest before we move on, please do. Okay, it doesn't matter to me how fast you go through it. All that matters is that you're doing it. Now, for squats, you want your feet to be hip width apart or a little bit wider. You'll find what's comfortable for you. Toes are slightly angled out. And then all you're gonna do is sit your bum back. Okay, so sit back into it. We wanna do about 10 to 12 here. Okay, so that bum goes back behind you. And big thing with squats is you wanna make sure that your knees and toes are again going in a nice straight line. Okay, so push those knees out so that they are going out over your toes, not caving in. Want to be very careful that our knees are not coming in. So push those knees out and do your best to get down nice and low. All right, now, if you get to 12 and your legs are not burning, what I want you to do is grab a weight. And if you don't have weights, that's fine. You can do this with a backpack. Grab a backpack, throw some big books in there, hold the weight at your chest, and then squat. All right, but if you can get to 10 and your legs are burning, then just start with body weight, all right? Next, we are going to do push-ups. And before you freak out, okay, we are going to do them on an elevated surface. So what I want you to do, find a table, your island, anything that you can rest your hands on, okay? Put your hands on your table. And then what you're gonna do is just bring your chest down towards the table, whatever you have, and press. Okay, so down and press. And again, keeping your core engaged, think of our plank. Okay, belly button in towards your spine. And again, we wanna get 10 to 12 here. Biggest thing with push-ups is you wanna make sure your arms are at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, so our elbows are not out to the side like this. They are in here, and you are pushing here. Okay, so again, just like your plank, you don't want to let your hips drop or your bum to be way up in the air. You want your body to move in a nice straight line. Okay, now catch your breath as needed, and then we're going to do lunges. Okay, for lunges, what you're gonna do is just take one big step back, and you wanna make sure that your feet are still hip width apart. Okay, so you're not walking a tightrope. Your feet are hip width apart, toes are pointing straight ahead. You're gonna have a slight lean forward, and then just come down. Okay, I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me. Notice that my back leg is bending. Sometimes I find people want to keep that back leg straight. You still want to bend your back knee, but when you're doing a lunge, it is the front leg that we are working. Okay, so when you come down, push through the heel, and you're going to feel it in your glutes and your thighs of that front leg. And again, the goal here, 10 to 12 on each leg. Okay, so go until it burns, do 2 more, and then switch legs. Again, nice long step back behind you, slight lean forward, and lunge. So again, push through your heel. Feel it working in your thigh and your quads, and your glutes of that front leg. And just make sure that your knees and toes are both pointing in a straight line. Okay, you want to watch that your toes don't go out, your knees aren't wobbling. Once you're done your lunges, catch your breath for a minute, and then we are going to do bent over rows. Now again, if you don't have dumbbells or weights, that's totally fine. You can use your handy dandy backpack. Okay, now of course if you have weights, use those, but set yourself up for a bent over row. You're going to roll your shoulders back, engage your core, stick your bum back behind you. You want to try to get your back as flat and close to parallel to the ground as you can. And then you're just going to pull the weight towards your chest. Okay, so drive your shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades, leading with your elbows. And again, 10 to 12 reps here. Okay, so drive your elbows behind, squeeze, and go until it burns and do 2 more. Now if it doesn't burn, throw some more books in that bag, grab heavier weights. Make sure that by the time you stop, you're not just stopping because I said do 12 reps, you're stopping because it's hard, okay? Then, last exercise, come down onto your back. We're going to do glute bridges, all right? So, lie down on your back, feet are just flat, push through your heels, squeeze your bum, and back down. All right, so 10 to 12 here. And again, push through your heels and lift and make those glutes work. All right, feel how good it feels to enjoy the burn, to be getting stronger, to challenge your body. Good. Awesome job, you guys. Again, go until it burns. Do 2 more. Awesome. And when you are done that, you are done the first round of your workout. So now what you're gonna do is rest and repeat that 2 more times.